Hello, this is Ben.
Hello there.
L8s, and it's
like I even needed to turn, just like I'm here in the shot anyway.
Anyway,
yeah,
we're having a drink, and it's 2013, Cheers. And it's about 4 years or something like that since the good old Mentazm days wound up.
So what, Ben? Hang on, I've got something on my face on the screen there. That's
a bit of a scratch.
Oops, hang on.
Oops. It's just the way the show used to run. Totally unprepared. That was I think unprepared.
Yeah.
Mixed bag. That's what we used to do.
What are we doing here? We wanted to talk about.
We wanted to have a bit of a catch up, a reunion, catch up.
Mentazm. Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
And basically, we started that show just because it was fun, and that was always our thing. We just did it because it was fun, and we couldn't have cared less if no one was listening. We still would have fun. And we basically and the thing is, we used to have a lot of people automatically presume that we were good mates that used to hang out during the week, but we used to live like opposite ends of the city. We never saw each other during the week, so when we actually got on the air and kind of said, "How are you, L8s?" it was a genuine question. It wasn't just banter. It was just kind of,
it's like, "Hey,
how are you?
How you going? Like, what are you up to?
What are you up to?"
You know, when like you, that's what everyone says when you see someone. Like, "Hey, what are you up to? Hey, man, what are you up to?"
Yeah.
"Oh, yeah, nothing much."
Nothing much.
Like everyone says that, and then no one even answers each. Like everyone is so rude at the start of every conversation.
Yeah.
That they have with their friends because they never answer their questions.
No, they just kind of say nothing much. Yeah, totally.
But we never used to hang out outside of the show. Yeah, so.
It's mainly just distance and time, and whatever. So looking back on the show, I mean,
good show.
It was.
I
was just saying, kind of earlier today, that it's just one of those things that will always be. Because no matter what I achieve in life from here on in, it'll always be something that was very special. It was just a mess, really. It was 8 years of just unplanned, a little bit planned, but not much. But even times when we, if we were out to do a professional sounding radio show, which we weren't, if we were,
I tried to be professional in everything I ever did.
Crap. Never showed to me. Not when you came to Monday nights and Fresh.
Monday nights on Fresh was the best.
It was awesome. It was good. It was really, really cool. But even say, for instance, times on the air where one of us would say something that wasn't even meaning to be funny and the other one found it hilarious, we wouldn't try not to laugh. We'd be honest with ourselves and just laugh and leave the microphones on. People liked that realness to it. It was good. And there were a couple of times that
people that know me when things get all serious, right? Like people, I just start laughing. Like, and there's no disrespect to whatever the important conversation is about.
I just know that you'll find the funny side of things.
No, it's bad. Like if someone's like angry at me or like whatever, I just start laughing because I can't. It's bad.
That would be very intimidating, I reckon.
I don't mean to. It'd
be very intimidating.
If I've ever laughed, if someone's sorry if I've ever done that to you.
Yeah, no offence.
Anyway, so we're not talking about the what.
You meant no offence at the time at all. It's just your reaction to things. Your reactions.
Anyway, so we're talking about the show, and it was good. We
used to do so much random stuff with the music itself.
Yeah.
But then probably the most fun times really were on the air because they were completely unplanned. And we do the most random of shout outs to people. Let me give you a bit of an insight. So many shout outs we did.
Can I just put
a bookmark in
there? Is there did we do Mentazm Right Street? No. We didn't, did we?
No, we were doing Insomnia. So we did. It all started because I was doing the Insomnia show that I'd started with Armac. He'd left to go to Saturday nights. I did it on my own for about 6 months, and then you were listening to the show. You were at school.
I was doing a Saturday night on Fresh that time. Before
we met up at a meeting, and
I was doing Clubcast.
You were doing Clubcast with Rusby.
Yeah.
And then somehow it came up that you also liked Happy Heart, which is what I was playing, and I mentioned you should come play a set on the show one night.
Yeah.
And that became a regular thing.
Yeah.
We used to do those Insomnia shows through the night. We used to start at like midnight, go through till 6 o'clock. And while that was good for a while, we used to quite often do the show from like midnight till 4, get really tired.
That's
say this, we will. I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
And then we used to basically take this stance of like, we've done pretty good for 4 hours, we deserve a sleep.
Yeah.
So we'd put on a mix CD and set our phones and go to sleep on the floor of the station.
Hear the phones ringing in the background. Yeah, that was good.
People were obviously trying to call in to find out what track was playing. What's that? And we're fast asleep. Yeah, the presenters fast asleep on the floor.
That's bad.
It was bad.
We'd get so tired. We would
really
get...
tired.
Hang on, we're not talking about Mentazm now.
No, we're talking about the days before Mentazm. So this is before... This is
Ben
how
and
it
I
originated.
did Fresh for a couple of years before Mentazm started.
Yeah, through the night.
People know that.
Yeah, and that was
started in '99.
That was about '99, yeah.
Mine started... My first thing was Australia Day in 1999.
God, how do you remember that?
Because it was Australia Day. And I was super excited. I was like, I'm going on Fresh tonight. That was with Ruz. And then we did Sunday nights for between 12 and 3. And then, a couple of months down the track, he sort of pulled the pin, and then I got asked to do Saturday nights, and then did that. And then, you did Tuesday nights with Armac.
With Armac and stuff,
Chase, was he around?
Chase was there for a little while, he was helping out.
But,
and then it was too hard for him because of his day job.
But I think just because, anyway, like you said, we just joined because of the music we love.
Definitely.
But Mentazm, awesome. When that came, when we were given the opportunity to have that on a Monday night,
that's
insane. Like prime time.
It's prime time.
Like that was, when we started, it was 9 to 11.
Yep.
Not 10 to 12.
Yeah, 9 to 11.
9 to 11. And that was, when looking back, that was the same slot that the shows that we used to listen to, like the After Dinner Mix and Lunacy on Monday nights.
Yes, exactly.
And back on
the Coast FM days.
Coast FM, and then Fresh. That was the Clubland show.
Clubland
Jace
show,
and
yes,
Tim.
exactly. It was real prime time.
So like, that was pretty cool. Like big
awesome.
boost to feel.
I remember getting that call. I was in Queensland. I was on
loving
Queensland at the time with my family, and I got the call from, pretty sure it was Adrian Zach or James Engelman, one of those guys, to say, you've applied for that show. We kind of egged you on to do it. We think you and L8s have this kind of following now that we think you should have a prime time show. We're going to give it to you. 2 hours. Call it what you want. Kind of do what you want, but keep the flavour that you're doing, because that's what we think. No one else is doing it. It was our own individual thing.
So, and I think I never used to think about that actually people were listening.
Yeah,
I think that's because it's pretty.
Like,
I get nervous. Definitely was not a good presenter. It was definitely not a good presenter.
Why do you think I asked you to be on the show? Just suit the music, suit the show.
I can mix records, but I can't talk.
Yep. And to a certain extent,
but it was funny.
But that was what worked in the end. It was just the real amateur sounding, awkward.
Amateur.
Like the time that we kicked there was a time that we were mixing. This is back at the old Wright Street station. L8s used to have to bring his Technic turntables in and set them up on the desk.
Before Fresh even had turntables.
Yeah, before they had ones built into the desk, we'd bring our own. And we've got the recording somewhere at home of halfway through an ultrasonic track. One of us accidentally kicked the power cord out of the wall. I kicked it out.
Yeah.
And so, for anyone that knows how a deck works, we just suddenly heard the, wall. But then, what was funny is you can hear live on air,
trying to put it back in.
And trying to...
It was cool.
Anyway, we made no attempt to get on the air.
It's like those
and try to apologise
when
for
they
what
get killed
happened.
and they go on the light.
yeah, like that.
Like getting zapped.
And those occasions, and that was like that for the whole 8 years that Mentazm was on, is that if a mistake happened, it was almost like we like to highlight it, and just make it have a laugh about it. It was so real. It was so kind of. It was just honest.
Well,
it was honestly real.
I mean, if you've balled something up, you can't.
It's done.
It's done. Done it. So just
done. There's no sorry.
It's funny.
We'd go on air laughing, and sometimes it'd take us a minute to compose ourselves. We'd leave the microphones on. I think we liked the fact that people, seemed to like the fact that we were just being ourselves.
Yeah.
We went out. We were not there to do a professional job. We were there to do a professional.
No, I don't think people get that though. I don't think people would think that.
No, exactly.
Just like we'd put faders. Fresh probably wouldn't know that. Wouldn't want to know everything like that.
Tell them.
But
doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't
matter.
What are you going to do? What are they going to do?
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do? Cancel Mentazm.
Start another one.
Hey? Start another one? What?
They might start another one. They might start a new show with new. That'll be to get us back.
We'll start another one. If they cancel Mentazm, we'll just make another show. We can do that, can't we?
Mentazm.
Mentazm, yeah.
But what I was going to say before is...
I don't even know what we're talking about.
That's right. That's Mentazm for you. No, there were so many shout-outs that we did on the air that would...
All the people that we shouted out to were people that weren't even people.
Yeah, but they didn't even exist. I used to do shout-outs to things like chocolate cake all the time, and we used to do...
Did you? I didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go. You obviously weren't listening.
I didn't listen to some of it.
We used to do shout-outs to... I remember all the times we went through... You used to go through all like those 12th man Pakistani names, like Keep My Teeth in the Jar Beside the Bed and all those guys, and cut his arm in half.
We got the internet during Mentazm. And then what was it? Didn't we? Or not? did we used to Google stuff? Google joke names or not?
Possibly. Yeah, we used to just come up with
That probably
on the
didn't
spot.
happen. Maybe it didn't happen.
On the spot.
If you can't remember it, then why not?
This is in
Probably
true
didn't happen.
Mentazm style. We did not plan this interview. We just sort of record a bit of a chat about the days.
Mixed bag was a big thing. Everybody,
Mixed bag.
we'd be like, oh, so next
many
week we're
times.
going to do a hardcore show.
Yeah.
And then we'd get all
get
excited.
there.
After the show, it'd be like 12 o'clock on Monday night, we'd get excited. Oh, yeah, like, I'm going to bring
Do a
this, I'm
hardcore
going
show
to bring
next
this.
week. Yeah.
And then throughout the week, or like even the next Monday before the show, be like, what have you organised? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
Just a bit of everything.
just a bit of everything. Oh, we'll just do a
Mixed
mixed
bag.
bag.
So many times.
we didn't really,
Now,
but go on.
I want to tell you a
Keep
story.
it just Mentazm, because it's pretty easy to go back to the funny Tuesday night stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a whole different thing.
Definitely.
But
Do you remember the time? Now, you were not there. You were, I reckon, it was one of the nights that you were possibly have to work the next day at Dance Arena or something, and you couldn't make it into that show.
was it when the
Do you
ATV
remember?
was in?
No, but no. Do
Oh.
you remember the occasion? And we, yeah, I'm sure you remember it. It was when I locked myself out of the studio while the show was going.
No,
I was on my
Mentazm.
own.
On
Yeah,
Mentazm.
yeah, on
Have you done
Mentazm.
it twice?
I did it once.
I thought you did it at
Noddy
Wright
would
Street.
remember the story. No. It was at
Did you
the.
do
It
it
was
at
in
Angus
Angus
Street?
Street.
Oh,
So basically,
yeah.
the station was about 3 or 4 stories up. You had to go up a big stone kind of stairwell to get there. There was a big door at the top with a lock. Now, I didn't actually have a key, but if you were going to leave the station or leave the studios, you basically had to take the latch off. And I forgot. I left the latch on, right? And I've gone downstairs to get myself some cough lollies. And as I'm walking, and it was a pretty windy night, and I had with me I had no phone. That was still in the station. I had my car keys on me, and that was it. No phone. I had a little bit of money, which also kind of paid off. And as I'm walking up the stairs to come back into the studio, while I've got a mix CD on that would run for a bit over an hour maybe.
It was the flip
I
CD.
heard it was the flip live at Labyrinth CD. I heard this, boom, and I knew what it was. And my heart stopped, and I thought, "You've got to be kidding me." I walked up the stairs, and there's the big door into the studio, slammed shut with the latch on, and I'm like, I've locked myself out. And then I went, oh, I'll call someone. I've gone, I haven't got my phone on me, I had my car keys, and that was it. So what did I do? Well, I thought, I can't ring anyone. No, then I went downstairs. I rang I rang Jackie J, and I rang Adrian Zach. None of these guys answered their phone. So I was left with, not much to do. So what did I do? I went home.
You listened to the show on the way home?
Yeah. And I remember I got home, I walked... My house was down
Great
Plimpton. Yeah, I walked into the back door. My brother, Nick, who was still up, and my housemate, who was also Nick, and I've walked in, and they've looked at me with shock, like, what the hell are you doing here? You should be on the air. And I said, just listen. And I've turned on the radio, and there's the flip CD, and then about 3 minutes later, it just slowly faded out to nothing, and it was the worst feeling in the world. My brother said last night, he remembers me telling him the story, the worst feeling in the world, hearing my radio show run out to just dead air, knowing the people that were listening around
That was
Adelaide.
when Noddy was supposed to go in. Was that the one?
And then in the meantime, I'd hooked up Noddy to come DJ, and
You
he
just-
was
you
at
just gone
station
home.
banging on the door, going hello. He couldn't ring me because he was ringing my phone, and my phone was inside. Anyway,
that's a good story though.
It was
a good
crazy.
story.
I ended up just staying at home until probably because the show was due to finish at 6. Stay at home to about 5, and then took my brother with me because he'd stayed up with me the whole night. We drove back to the station and sat in the stairwell until the guys, which was Sean Craig Murphy,
Yep.
came in to do the morning show with Bambi, I reckon, to do their show, and found us sitting in the stairwell. He had a key, luckily.
Yeah.
And what followed that was I had to write a letter of apology to the station to explain why I went off the air and all that
did
sort of
it.
stuff.
It's not
But,
like
it
you
was
would have
still.
thought,
It wasn't like I was
I'm
like,
gonna
oh, here's a
screw
good
you
idea.
fresh, I'm just going to lock myself out.
Here's a good idea.
That's
Here's
just
a good prank.
automatic.
It was a
Sorry,
pure,
though.
it
As if
was
you
a
would do that
pure
on
just mistake. But yeah, no, it was.
That's
good
cool
times,
though. It's a good
times.
story.
Good stories. But it was
I
a
forgot
real
that was Mentazm. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely
kind
good
of
fun.
out of a result of doing all the hardcore, which we kind of became known for, although we like to also do the trance and the techno and the hard dance. Both of us ended up doing quite a few stints out in the rave scene, in the clubs, which was a bonus. Awesome. All those clubs and pub. Not
What are
pubs,
we
but
talking
all that.
about this for?
Just a bit of a catch up.
People
10%
that
off.
listen. Oh,
Yeah, so
Yeah,
let's.
there you go.
Yeah.
for people that listen to the show.
Post on Facebook, and people can just see us hanging out and hear some memorable stories.
Haven't seen
if
this
you're
guy.
still listening,
Haven't seen this guy for
watching.
how long?
Who's that?
You.
Me. Oh yeah, me.
Who
4
else is
years.
Um,
That guy.
yeah. Oh, Woody over here. Yeah. Oh, you got to see this. Look at
Just
this.
the ham bone?
Look at this.
Yeah,
this is like
gold.
This is like going to your grandparents. These old placemats. Look at this. That's
London scenes.
Yeah, that's Tower of London.
Tower of London.
Yeah.
London Bridge is falling down. Yep, we should do a couple of shouts while we're here. Shouts to Brad.
Yeah.
For people that know that was classic.
Brad.
That was classic.
Do you know, yeah, I don't have any of those. Well, I could get them off you. All the
Mel,
shows.
Shouts to Mel Ostart. What are all those names we mentioned before? Dongy and
Chewy
Mumford.
Mumford and T-Roy.
Oh, we should quickly tell the Puppet and Mix story. Should I explain who Puppet and Mix was? For anyone that cares?
People might not remember, would they?
Just we'll do it in a nutshell because I've only got like 10% left on that phone. So
Puppet and Mix is world extraordinaire.
Yeah, he was
on
amazing.
A big stage. You just Google Puppet and Mix and he would outshine the biggest acts going around.
Oh, well, he is one of the biggest acts. He's amazing.
Well, of the big acts, he's the biggest one. Like when there's big acts, if you were measuring the size of how big an act is, he's the bigger one.
He's big.
He's big.
Big.
Yeah, big. Yeah.
He's big.
He's big.
He's
like,
big.
He's big.
Yeah.
And he's a pianist.
He's classically trained. His piano
Classically
skills
trained.
are phenomenal. They're memorable, that's for sure.
That's not a word as well. You've got to really listen to this back. Phenomenal or something you said.
No, I said, do I?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Phenomenal.
That's terrible. Puppet Mix, yeah. What else? What else was good?
There's some big names that we had on the show. We did the interviews. We got like Rob
we yelled into the needle. They do that anymore.
I forgot about that. I forgot about that. You go, yeah! And you could hear it really faintly in the background.
For those, yeah, because we used to mix on 1200s in there.
Vinyl decks, yeah.
And we used to, and the needle that would pick up the vinyl is a microphone. In some way.
Yeah.
So low volume, but I just thought if I yelled into it, I could do it. Some sort of if it worked, I could do shout outs by the turntable. That would be so cool. But it didn't work.
Yeah, no, it didn't. I did.
The yell worked because I yelled.
You could hear this like
my voice.
The tune would finish, the track would finish, and then you hear this in the background. That was you screaming into it.
And when we used to go to ads, and I was the worst at playing ads on time, so I'm sorry to all the sponsors that ever paid for a time because I've missed ads.
Yeah.
Sponsorship messages and yeah. Anyway, but
that was good.
It's we would just. Sometimes there's tune to be playing, I'd just take the needle off, done, play an advert.
Yeah, that's right.
Wouldn't even stop it or wind it down or fade it down. Take the needle off, bang.
I remember, and sometimes we'd be so out of it. I would have been DJing for 4 nights beforehand. I was pretty wrecked every month. I was tired, I was run down. I remember one time we went on a talk break, and while you're kind of covering the talk break, I'm getting the next track ready, and then you announce and you go, alright Ben, back into the music, I start it, and while the microphone's still on, you've gone, Ben, I just played this.
Oh, yeah,
and I had no idea, and I'm like, what? And you're like, yeah, just play this. This is all live on the air. So it wasn't turn off the microphones, tell me. It was leave the microphones on, and just be honest and tell me. I had to find another one straight away, on the air, live, fun.
Oh, yeah.
Good fun.
I think, yeah.
And also just want to say, because this might run out soon, just want to say thanks once L8s left the show, which was kind of halfway through the
first
200. You did the first 200, and then there was another 200 shows. I just want to say thanks to Tim and
to Fresh FM.
And to Fresh FM, but also to who else helped me on the show? That's embarrassing. Mental blank.
What?
Mental blank.
What are you talking about?
The other few hosts that helped me do the show.
I'm listening. Well, not really. Well, I am listening a bit.
That's right. Because there's a Jack Daniels in
my
hand.
What are you talking about?
The other few people that helped out with the show, because once you left, I didn't want to stop the show.
Oh, I can't. I don't know.
Who else was there that helped me?
I came in for one show, I think. 2 shows.
Typical Mentazm, that's just unplanned.
I loved it.
You know who you are. It was awesome. It was so good. It was so much fun.
For the people that watch this and that listen to the show that I actually don't know, or either of us want to know, thanks. Like that was so much fun.
Yeah, it was only because people liked the show so much that it kept us going.
Knowing there was
necessarily know who they were.
People out there that were just digging a show.
Love it. Paul from the Lunga.
Yeah. It was cool. It was cool. Because of the show, definitely. Because when I started buying records in high school, I didn't think that I would ever DJ out anyway.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a goal.
So to then but then really for Mentazm to put us on the map. Like, if it wasn't for Mentazm and for Fresh, I wouldn't have got half the gigs.
Nah, same.
So thanks to everybody.
I wouldn't have actually
all
even...
the promoters and all the venues.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have even met all those hardcore crew guys, like anyone that was involved with Vegas and the Timiders and crew and H-Bomb and all those guys. And then, of course, the Enchanted guys. I got to know all those guys because of the fact that they connected me with Mentazm.
Adelaide's a cool place. Adelaide's great. Lots of people from different areas. Yeah, everyone was really cool to Mentazm.
Yeah.
All the guests, we had heaps of guests.
Heaps of guests.
I've got what I do have is, and one day would like to I've got to catch up with Armac and ATB.
Yeah.
Because every single guest that we had on the show, I had signed my turntable lids.
I remember that.
My 1200s.
Yes.
I've still got those lids. So like every single guest we had, all the internationals.
That's right. Which was like, let's think of something quickly. Mike Wells was one of them.
Mike Wells, Brown, Paul Elstat, Buzz Fuzz.
Paul Bell, Buzz Fuzz. Rob G, Lenny D, I reckon those guys all came in.
They didn't come in. They did adverts for us.
We had Casper, the Hard House guys. Casper, we had.
But the reason
I had Andy Farley on the show.
I said Amac and ATV is because I forgot to. The night they came in. Wait, was it Amac? The night they came in, I was sick. That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
You just want to say sorry for being sick?
No, I wanted to get them to sign the lids.
Oh, I see.
Because they were on the show.
Oh, he still wants your signatures on the
lids.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that's what it was. Yeah,
cool.
Because that was cool. Like I could just hang them up on the wall.
Yeah.
I don't, I've still got all the records. This guy sold all his records. Sold all his records.
Yeah. And somehow, I mean, I just don't, and I know you find it hard to believe. A lot of other people don't. I don't really regret it.
Yeah.
I sold them to other people that wanted them, that were going to use them. I didn't have decks at home. I never owned decks. I used to come and mix. I basically taught myself to mix on the air as I went, which would explain a lot. But
no, it was.
I didn't. So I didn't have decks anymore. That's cool. Basically, the selling of my records were to go to someone else that would use them, and make good use of them. And it's basically funded my current music studio. I'm loving doing that, making music.
And I'm the opposite. I would not even...
You wouldn't even dream it.
I wouldn't even dream, and I bought
And you only just
two copies of heaps of things.
Yes,
just
exactly.
so I've got
just so you had to.
Because some of them, from playing out at the parties and bringing them to Fresh and that, some of them are pretty hammered now.
Yeah, definitely.
But man, I love it.
Crazy.
Can't
remember how much shit you used to give me
1200s.
you look in my record box and see so many records out of the covers. Remember the shit
he doesn't need. He needs. You know what? You know those CD wallets.
Yeah,
you need a record wallet.
Record wallet,
like
the big one to put the records into.
Yeah.
Strap onto my back, carry my records. Yeah, I was bad at putting them into the.
Didn't look after them. They're just shoved in a plastic box.
Not really. I didn't. Did I? After all the trouble I had to go to building up that collection, I built up a collection of about 1,200 records within the space of 5 years. Most of them are all gone now.
Yeah.
Hi to Heath. Good. He's enjoying most of them. So
Heath. Okay. Yeah. So good.
Heath.
Good.
Yeah,
to
good times.
Alan and Heath. What did you say?
Alan and Heath. That's a mixer brand.
Didn't you say something? Oh, okay. Anyway. No. Shouts to Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Heath and Alan. They were big listeners. Yeah.
And Mr. Vestax. Good times overall.
Yeah.
And it's good to see you and good to hang out with you. And
yeah.
We're in Melbourne. You're living in Melbourne now?
I've never been
I'm
here
in Adelaide.
Before. This is,
times have changed. You've moved to Melbourne.
This is crazy.
I'm in the
here.
Blossom.
This is like the...
I'm a dad.
19. Congratulations.
Thank you. I've got a daughter, beautiful daughter, Georgia.
One of the greatest honours
it is amazing. Changed your life. It's incredible.
That's cool.
That's sweet. It's wicked.
This room is like...
We're in a tiny little pub here.
It's just the oldest. It's
Check
like
it out.
1972. Oops. Or what I would presume that would have been because I wasn't around then. But
tiny little pub, really.
You got old mate in the corner there, and then you got this wooden wheels on wheels thing.
Wheels on wheels thing, and then there's
us.
us.
And then you get these plates, and you've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't have 5 people sitting here.
You're in the Corona, in the bourbon.
Might as well we just Anyway, so
gone are the days are Coke and raspberry that I used to have.
Oh yeah,
Red Bull.
20 Red Bulls every night.
Pass out Red Bull.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Good times.
That's good.
Good times.
It's good to see. It's good to see you, Ben.
Good to see you too. Thanks for those good fun years.
Yeah,
awesome. Thanks,
and
thanks
again, and honestly, I don't think about it much now.
Neither do I.
I don't. It just seems like a lifetime ago.
It seems like another lifetime. When I run into someone in a
12
club
years ago
or somewhere or whatever they say, 12 years ago. When we started. Yeah,
not when we started Fresh. That Fresh was longer than that. But Mentazm only
How's
12
this?
years ago.
I got asked to be involved in Fresh through Armac. I was good mates with him at the time, and he came to me one night and he goes, "Do you want to do a radio show with me every week?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"For
Best,
real?" And
the
he
best,
said to
yeah.
me, he goes, "There's this group of people that have started this radio show. They've come from the old Coast FM from down south, and they've told me that they wholesomely believe they're going to be the next big thing in Adelaide."
Yeah.
He goes, "I'm doing the show in the middle of the night."
Yeah.
And he goes, "It's just because it's through the night, it's boring on my own. It should be fun, but it's just a bit boring and lonely. Come along, give me a hand, have a mix."
Yeah,
and
super
that's
cool.
what started it all. So
Super
big
cool.
thanks to Armac for that. That was just
And thanks to Raz,
iconic.
like
Yeah.
Razby for me, in 1997 when I was doing that, when I was getting into DJing, it was him that I used to go around his house.
Now, he was one of your school teachers, wasn't he?
Yeah, it was
school teacher.
it was a relief. What do you call him? Like a relief teacher,
Fill-in teacher,
student
kind
teacher.
of student teacher
not
thing?
student teacher. Like a fill-in teacher.
Yeah,
and
okay.
for PE and that, and we used to do like a lunchtime radio show at school.
Did you?
Yeah.
That? Well, I don't
What?
remember.
Okay,
It's been that long
so
ago.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, okay.
At
Tell me.
So at lunchtime we had speakers around the school, and he'd bring his decks in and whatnot, and we'd take music to school.
Yeah.
And we'd speak at a microphone.
Sure.
And we'd play music at
And
lunch,
come
and then
out
like people
sort
in
of
the
through the quadrangle
quadrangle,
and stuff like that?
people in the quadrangle would listen to tunes and
House
make
music?
requests. All sorts.
Hardcore?
But out. No, not at school.
No,
No one.
no.
Nobody-
Was into it back then.
That 16 years ago.
Mm.
Not many. That's not. It is a long time ago, but it's not really not compared to how long. Like
It's probably around about the
everybody
time
else
that,
is DJing that we know.
Are you talking like 97?
But
Is that kind of
1997?
97? So
Yeah.
Beach Ball was big back then, and
It was a bit.
Sandy
that
B.
that
Just the
year
house
it was
tunes.
all about
No,
Gotta Have
okay.
Hope, Blackout,
Oh yeah.
Gotta Let You Go, Dominica,
Shuna,
Sunshine, Dario
Disco
G,
Blue,
all that sort of stuff.
Sunshine, Dario G.
Yeah, but back then it was all
Professional
hardcore.
Widow
I didn't listen to
and-
anything but hardcore then because
Yeah.
I was just hung up on
Nightcrawlers,
bloody
all that sort of stuff.
Lunacy and Dynamite. That's all. I was
And
just
big
hung
shouts
up
to
on.
those guys as well. Heath Jansen, who
Yeah,
hosted
the Carey brothers and Heath and Andrew.
Heath
from
and Andrew.
Monday nights.
Oh,
yeah.
Carey, Justin,
and
Justin and Matt.
Tony from
Tony
Illumination.
from Illuminations.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
That's where it all started for me, man. Like
me
that,
too.
I would not have been into music if it wasn't for those guys.
I kind of found or heard stories through people that would tell me they used to listen to Mentazm and go to the lengths that I used to go to when I used to listen to those shows up close, which were things
exactly
like
it.
their parents
Yeah.
would say, or even when I was a boy, like a teenager, mum and dad would go, right, time to go to bed. I'd go, right, see you later, go to bed. But I'd lie awake in bed. I'd wait for an hour until Illumination started, and that would go for 6 hours. And I'd physically stay awake for as long as I
all-night
could,
ones.
all night.
Illumination would only go-
all
oh,
night.
yeah,
It was
midnight,
12 till
yeah.
It was 12 till 6.
Till 6, yeah.
I'd lie awake in bed and listen to for as long as I could. Sometimes that'd be 4 in the
Yeah.
morning. We'd have to get up the next morning for a family function.
Yeah, we used to do that.
Knackered.
Yeah, isn't
But
that crazy? Like,
people used to tell me they do that for our show, which
there
is
would be
awesome.
other people out there that would have done that to Illumination as well. Like
Yeah.
we,
Heaps.
to now consider those guys as friends.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
It's an
to
honour.
think that we're
Just rubbing shoulders
me,
with these
just-
guys, and we
yeah,
used
like
to look
just-
up to them. And,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
what was really cool as well. Was
Yeah.
we'd look up to all these guys. I remember like when I broke into the show of doing Fresh for a start and then Mentazm, I looked up to people. I mentioned some. I looked up to people like Angus and Noddy and MPK and Brendan, ATB, all those DJs that had been in the Adelaide scene for a long time. And it was really spun out and such an honourable thing to have these guys come to me and say, I want to play on your show.
yeah.
I was like, wow, you
Yeah.
want to do something, you
I
want
know,
me
I
to
know.
do your favour. What?
I know.
It was insane. It
My
was
most
such a good
memorable moment. Okay, well there you go. What's your most memorable moment on any fresh show we've done?
anything?
Fresh show.
Probably
Guess?
kind of what we talked about last time with the Dream Time. For some reason, that really stood out as being
Oh,
completely different. But guest-wise, there were a few times we had guests.
Having impact on having
that
Heath.
was massive.
That was my
Yeah.
favourite. That was my
I've got a
favourite.
photo
guest.
of that at home.
I do.
Yeah,
Do you have?
mixing? Yeah, at
Yeah, I
Rice
do
Street.
as well. Yeah,
And basically,
That was the
yes,
best
he's
thing ever, man.
he
Just
used
to
to
see-
host the.
just to see.
To hear that voice on you so
Just
well.
see,
I used
just
get
to
that
have
from people-
him
Yeah.
on the show.
Our show.
That was like
If it wasn't for us
Through
doing the
high
His show,
school-
we wouldn't have done that show.
through
probably.
high school,
Yeah.
and nobody else. Like that's what I was saying. What I was going to try and allude to before is that now everybody is DJs. Everybody knows a DJ. Everyone's DJs. Is that just what's happening there?
Still going.
Back when I was in high school,
Half an hour.
my diary at school
Yeah.
had was just covered in DJs like pictures. Carl Cox, Brendan was just covered.
Oh, brilliant.
Scott Brown,
Yes.
and and everyone used to give me shit about it because I was the only person in the whole school, all year levels, that was into DJing. And then obviously Rasby was helping me, you know, with everything.
Yes.
And then now, like, I'm sure that every school would have almost be someone in every class. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was nobody was into DJing at all.
No.
Like, you know, vinyl's dead.
Dance music wasn't nearly as exposed as it is now. Now it's like, everywhere.
Sports Day, 1994, when I first started high school, we found a tape on the Oval. And it was a lunacy tape.
No way!
Yeah.
You've never told me that before.
Yeah, it was a lunacy tape.
Yeah.
And tunes like Six Pack, Drunken Piece of Shit. Here's Johnny would have been on there.
Oh, for sure.
Just some old school Midtown records, like just early Rotterdam.
Wow. Yeah.
Just full of that.
Catastrophe.
Full of that. And that wasn't on that mix.
No.
But that tape, I don't even know where that tape is, but I'd love to have that tape. But I've got tapes from then. And then to think now that, like, a few years later, we would do pretty well the same thing, and we didn't try, never ever, and I can say this completely honestly, I never ever tried to mimic another show.
No,
like, we never tried to mimic Lunacy, never tried to mimic Dynamite and Illumination, never tried to do that. All we wanted to do was just rock up and play music because it felt like it's either I go fresh and do it, or I'm just going to do it at home anyway. Yeah, because I was always mixing at home.
It had to be completely natural.
It was.
And that's what it was.
It was completely. Like,
it was nothing.
We weren't presenters. We never did any presenting courses.
Never ever did any training.
We just
for it, ever.
loved mixing and just playing tunes.
And it lasted 8 years. That's the thing.
Like there's nothing special about us. We were just lucky, right place, right time. Like everybody who was listening could have mixed the same records and done exactly like we didn't do anything special.
Yeah,
we were just fortunate to be in the right place and just to have.
Great.
Yeah,
we were so lucky, really, under the circumstances, to have met each other and hit it off like that. Really.
Yeah, it's great. Thinking, and I get excited thinking about that now because I haven't thought about it for a long time, man, years.
And that's why this is really good, you know.
Yeah.
Bit of a behind the scenes insight into.
Makes me want to go and mix though now.
That's what it does. Well, you're looking at new speakers this morning.
I was, yes.
Yeah, and a new mixer.
Only on the off chance that mine packs in.
Okay, which one haven't? You've had it for a while.
But I do look after it.
Yeah, all right. So basically, late still bedroom DJs. I'm still very busy doing a completely different ballgame now with mobile DJs because I live in the Brossa. I'm now specialising in weddings.
If anyone wants me to DJ at a party, I would love to.
And if anyone is getting married, I'll happily DJ and entertain you at your wedding. Do lots of those these days. Heaps of weddings.
Yeah,
it's great. I love it.
Good.
I love it. It's great fun. I love entertaining. I love making people happy. We should probably wrap up.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, we should wrap up. It was good fun.
Is the whole thing going to record?
No regrets at all. I hope so. I'm surprised it's still going.
Shouts to all the people that actually did ads for us as well.
Ever did ads.
Ferry Corsten did one. Scott Project did one.
I did a band, did L8s.
Lenny D, Rob G.
Rob G did the whole. He did that.
Paul Elstack. Yeah, we said that.
Cool. Paul Elstack did one.
All the local DJs. All the local guys
Casper.
Yeah.
I reckon we had a Paul Glasby one. We had.
Shouts out to the Timberman crew, the PPP.
And as PPP. And as PPP. And as we were talking about like earlier, last night. You know, big ups to all the local producers because people like I'm talking about the main one. I'm thinking of Grady G. He's the leader of the pack.
I'm
around the world.
I'm learning this for the first time, but from to the levels that what you're telling me that he's got to, it's crazy.
He headlines big shows in the UK.
There'd be people around the world. Having stories about him as their idol, like we were about Paul Elstack and all those guys. Like, I met Grady G, you know, and and he's from the scene that we're involved in. That makes me feel proud to think that he would listen to our show. Like, we're talking about Grady G, listen to our show.
That's right.
And now it's like it would be like an honour to have him on there. We did have him on there
a couple of times.
Yeah,
a couple of times. And Narc was another one we used to play like now. Dramatic is another one. Troy, he's still making good tunes. Yep. And he's going out with Chantel. They're both making music together. I think she's getting releases. Good work. And now there were heaps of them. There was a whole bunch of guys for all different styles. And Tim Equinox. Now it was Belinda, and I really apologise to Belinda if she watches this for forgetting her name before. I was just thinking of a whole bunch of stuff. Belinda actually hosted the show with me for quite a while, a year or year and a half. Banshee. Belinda.
Belinda? I don't remember.
Yeah, so it was kind of, once you'd left, I had a couple of... Yeah, she was probably a year and a half.
Did I know that?
I'm sure you did.
I must have.
It is a while ago now. Yeah, but it was the real kind of...
I didn't listen to
for the first time.
I didn't listen to it at all.
But that's all right.
Sorry.
It was fun.
Sorry, I just